Hi, I'm Rodney Brooks. Welcome to RodneyABrooks.com. My special guest today is Fred Griffin, retirement planner and principal at Silas and Ward Financial Group in Vienna, Virginia. Welcome, Fred.
Thanks a lot, Rodney. Glad to be here.
So we're going to talk about retirement planning, much the financial aspects of it. So let's start talking about retirement income planning.
Sure.
Okay, let's start there because the experience, and I talk to a lot of financial planners,
Sure.
is people spend 30 years saving up for retirement, and then they have no strategy on how to spend it down.
Sure.
And people get into trouble that way. First of all, so why is this so? I mean, we know why there's emphasis on saving, but so why does the income strategy take a back burner?
Sure.
And then let's talk about, some of the ways people can, the best ways to come up with a retirement income strategy.
Sure. No, great question. I think some of the reasons, Rodney, is because there's systems in place that help you save, and I call that going up the mountain. The mountain to prepare for retirement. That's the goal. Everyone wanting to make sure they retire. And so those systems that are in place are, there's either if you work for the federal government, there's a defined benefit plan where the company actually does the investment for you. But those are being fewer and fewer. I mean, in the public sector, not many companies anymore, like our parents had those vehicles available to them, have those available. So now they depend on defined contribution plans, and those are the 401ks, the 403bs, the 457, those type of plans, and they're available. You know how much is coming out of your paycheck. You know what your limits are for the year to contribute. Even if you get a self-directed IRA on the side, you still know what the limits are. So it's pretty much established what you need to contribute to those plans. But now that you make it to the peak of the mountain, which is retirement, I think that's the one that catches like a deer staring at a headlight, because now making it down the mountain, there's so many things to consider. How much should I withdraw out of my income? How long will I live? Will I have enough money to live the rest of my life? Will any unforeseen event happen, such as medical expenses? And those by itself, we'll spend over $315,000 if we are age 65 or older just for medical costs, and that doesn't even include long-term care. So those are the black swan events that can happen to you during retirement, and that's where people are. And you can't use the same tools. The same tools that got you there, because most people say, well, I have a financial advisor, and that financial advisor did a great job helping you get to the top of the mountain. But now you have to refine your tools, you have to replace your tools, or you have to sharpen and eliminate and use new tools, and that's what the retirement income planning does.
Okay, now we're going to talk about strategies in a minute.
Okay.
But first, staying on that, where you start to save. Companies help you save in a 401k.
Right.
Okay, big companies, smaller companies, but they offer virtually no assistance on
Right.
when you need to. You can take it in a lump sum, but
Sure.
and only now, I think recently some companies are deciding it might be a good idea to keep your money with the company, and
Sure.
they'll help you work out the strategy.
Sure.
So where do you go for help? And then let's talk about some of the best strategies to keep to not run out of money, and whether people talked about the 4% rule, and then
Right.
then it went away, and
Right.
now they're saying it's good again.
Yeah.
So,
That's a lot of moving targets.
Yes, yes.
And first of all, you need to be with a financial professional. One of those things that happens at that point, like you said, the companies have the tools in place to help you accumulate the wealth. But now that it's time to take distribution, many times those expertise and benefit organizations, they don't have that expertise and knowledge themselves. So to seek out a retirement planner, a financial planner, or organization that can help you create a strategy that refine and make sure the strategy is your strategy, because what we talk about is goals, tools, and strategy. And many times you have, the goals may be blurry, but that's the first place for us to start. What is your goal? Then we'll help you, and you have some tools, which are your 401ks and your pensions or whatever, and then we'll help you create the strategy. And that strategy will require sometime different products and different instruments that will help you with longevity, will help you with those, like I said a minute ago, those black swan events like medical care. If you end up in a long-term care facility, that's why that rule, that 4% rule.
Yes, I know I brought it up, but explain. Let's explain it for the viewers. The 4% rule.
Okay, the 4% rule was based on the rule of 100, and so what it was based on, if you're 70 years old, then you need to reposition and take reposition your assets and put it in more conservative investments or vehicles, because you needed your money to last the rest of your life. Then you could take risk with about 30% based on your age, and then based on that, we'll start taking the stream of income of 4% a year out of your conservative pool, and that should last you the rest of your life. But
and that keeps you from taking too much or too
that
little.
keeps you from taking too much, and historically that worked, but now we have geopolitical issues, we have tax changes, we have legislations, we have so many different factors that even with that, it could be kind of mind-boggling.
Okay, so now some strategies. Okay, yes, and we'll get back to strategies in a minute. But okay, you have a 401k. Do you, for most part, recommend roll it over into an IRA when you retire?
Many times that work, because if you roll it over into an IRA, many times, if you keep it with the company, someone still has to manage it. Someone has to manage it. Either you need to manage it, or you need to work with a professional to help you manage that money. And if it's in the company 401k, that's not what they're doing. They're the clearinghouse for your 401k, but they're not managing it. So to roll it over most times is the right strategy, because now you have someone who's responsible to help you manage that and to help you with, take the distributions based on your goals and strategy.
Okay, so somebody comes to you. They have their 401k, rolling it over into an IRA, and they want us to know. Okay, so how do I not end up a bag person, a homeless person, and run out of money? What are the steps I should take for a proper income distribution plan? And what ages should I be concerned, or basically should I start thinking about this, and also incorporate Social Security?
Yeah.
I know I throw a lot at you.
No, and that age thing, again, we take a look at your expenses. How much money do you need to live on the rest of your life? Not just to pay expenses. I haven't met anyone who wants to live the remainder of their life of their retirement just paying expenses. Because people like to travel, they like to eat out sometimes. And so we look at how much money do you need to live on, and that's the first step, the first goal. And then we look at, after we determine that, how much money do you need to live on that will allow you to live the rest of your life. We look at how are we going to take distribution of the money. Do we still have time to make Roth conversions? The benefit of making a Roth conversion, because now when you take distribution, you're taking it tax-free. Also, do we take tax-free money? Do we live on the tax-free money first? And when do we take Social Security? That's the age-long question. Everyone asks, when is the right time to take Social Security? The right time is really for you. You could take it as early as 62, but that's full retirement age, which is at 67. And if you take it at 62, you're taking it at 30% less than at 67. But some people, Some people, when they look at it, they say, okay, well, I know I'm going to have more if I wait to 67, then I'll have either another 24% more at age 70. That's a 54% delta that I can't make up if I take it at 62. But if you're like my father, who died at the year he turned 67, he would have never got any of his money. So there's not a right answer. The right answer, we have to look at it and talk and define what is the right time for you, and look at and make you aware and educate you of the consequences. And then what we pull in, once we determine Social Security, what we do is we look at, do we have an opportunity to start taking taxable income through the Roth? Do you have any cash value life insurance in place? Because the IRS will allow you to take distributions from cash value life insurance tax-free. The way it goes is the amount you pay them premiums is tax-free, and then anything over and above that, you're taking a loan from yourself, and you're creating a loan to yourself, and that's tax-free income. And then you could delay that income that's taxable. But again, at age 73, we have to face the requirement minimum distributions.